Hey guys, Crazy Plant Lady here, and I'm going to be doing a care video on the Alocsia Black Velvet. Stay tuned. So for the Alocsia Black Velvet, we're going to cover lighting. So lighting with the Alocsia, with any Alocsia, you want a lot of light, like almost bright indirect light to almost direct sun with these guys because they like it. I have mine in a north-facing window that gets a pretty good amount of light. I also have it under a full spectrum grow light, which gets turned on every day, and she is growing great. So I'm going to move on to watering. Okay, watering for Alocasias or Alocsia Black Velvet. You want to water when the soil is dry or when the pot feels light when you pick it up. You don't want to water these guys too much because they can be tricky with watering. If you do end up watering too much, their tuber or bulb can actually rot, and you don't want that. You want a good root system and a good bulb. Okay, fertilizing. I fertilize this guy about once a week or once every 2 weeks in the summer, and then I don't water. I cut back on watering and fertilizing in the winter time because they don't need it. These guys can actually go dormant, which luckily mine didn't during the summer or during the winter, which I'm thankful for. Yeah, you guys want. I use Alaska fish illumination. It doesn't burn them like most other brands of fertilizer, but during the summer you want to fertilize these guys pretty heavy because they're constantly growing, constantly putting out new growth. So yeah, now we're going to move on to the soil mix. Okay, soil mix. So with these guys, they're a type of aeroid, so they need a very, very chunky soil. So the soil I've gotten here is mixed with potting medium, orchid bark, perlite, and charcoal, or horticulture charcoal. They want a nice chunky soil, that way they have a lot of aeration in their soil, that way there's not any root rot or you don't overwater it. That's what most people have mistakes and find it tricky with these guys, is overwatering them, because they are a bit tricky. So we're going to move on to humidity. That is key for these guys. Okay, so humidity. These guys like quite a bit of humidity. I keep my room around, right now, 72% humidity. These guys like it around 50 to 60% humidity or higher. The higher the humidity, the better. They can get bigger and more lush. Like I said, I have mine at 72 right now. That's just the natural humidity in my room because it is in the late summer here and it's getting hot and it's pretty humid. Now for these guys, the humidity in the winter is key. You do absolutely want a humidifier. Now a humidifier is this little water holding device that shoots out air mist, which creates humidity. And that's how I kept this plant alive, was humidity. Humidity is absolute key for these guys. You want to give them a lot of humidity, because I did, and look at that big ass leaf. These were the 2 other leaves, like this was the first leaf, this was the second, and this was the third. The reason why they call them black velvet is because they have these very like dark green velvety leaves, and they're so soft. And they also have this purple sheen in the back. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about Pest with these guys. Okay, now to cover Pest. These guys can get pests like crazy. Most people get pests like crazy with these guys, and the main pest that targeted these guys is spider mites. I hate those little guys. I hate them so much. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that I don't get any more. So far, I haven't had any pests with this guy. He's been perfect. I do have a pest preventative, though. I use neem oil, and I also use some mystic granules, which is kind of like a poison that you put in the soil. It's these, if I can show you, they're these little bitty granules, gray granules that you put on the top of your soil and you mix it in. And that really helps with preventing pests. I got that from my friend the Green Thumb here on YouTube, aka known as Jared. He is awesome. You guys should check him out. Like I said, his YouTube channel is the Green Thumb, and he does plant content and care videos. So give my buddy a like and subscribe, and follow him and share his videos. That will be all for now with the Alocsia Black Velvet. I hope you guys like this video. Like, subscribe, share my video, turn that notification bell on. That way you can get notified every time I upload. And see you guys later. Bye.